Hello, this is Dazzling One, and this week I'll be addressing the topic of narcissism and empathy. Before I get into it, I just want to thank everyone for sticking with me and for praying for me throughout this semester. If you've been following the channel, you know it hasn't been easy, and I haven't had a lot of time to put into videos, so thank you for all of your support. I want to start with the negative side first, and that is narcissism. So, cerebral narcissism is a type of narcissism where someone feels superior because of the intelligence they feel they possess. They tend to believe that they are superior to most, and they hate to be around people they deem less intelligent. They'll even feign or make up stories or facts to make themselves seem smarter than they are. And one thing I notice about cerebral narcissists is if you disagree with them, then you're just an automatic idiot. You're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like they can't seem to have an objective mindset. They have a very one-track mind. Now, I'm a stubborn person, and a lot of people may not know that, but I at least try to listen and understand the other side, because I think that communication is not just talking and everyone taking everything I say as fact, but also hearing what other people have to say, even if it's a criticism or someone disagreeing with me. And so that is a common trend among cerebral narcissists, is that disagreement equals stupidity and it equals ridicule. The other type of narcissist that's very common is the somatic narcissist. This is one that's obsessed with their physical appearance and sex appeal. And you usually will find this type of person in the gym. They're very big on fitness. They always make sure to stay up on the latest fashion, and they won't be caught dead looking anything but their best. And these type of people can be so obsessed with themselves to the point of lusting after their own body. The other two types of narcissism are the covert versus the overt. And the overt is the one who everyone knows they're a narcissist because they make sure to talk about themselves. They're not shy about showing who they are. Whereas the covert is more withdrawn, can often be introverted. They may appear more altruistic on the surface, but if you actually get to know them, you'll find that they feel similarly to the overt narcissist, but hide it behind maybe a lack of confidence or quietness. And they may be quiet, but they feel superior. And I feel like, to clarify this, a lot of introverted people get mistyped as being stuck up. Just as someone who does not talk a lot, I am an introverted person, even though every time you hear me on a video, I'm running my mouth. But if you ever see me in real life one day and I'm not making a video, I'll probably be sitting in a corner alone, either reading something from my tablet or thinking or working on some type of homework or research. And so people tend to think because I don't interact, and I'm not very good with interactions, to be honest with you, when it comes to starting a conversation. I generally don't approach people first because I can be shy, and when I do sometimes, I'm very sensitive about the way they react, and I find most people aren't very friendly anyways, and I feel they want to be left alone, so I just don't even bother with it. But some people have mistyped me as being stuck up, thinking I'm better because I don't want to start conversations, or if there's a conversation going, I don't jump in. Jumping in isn't something I do, but I just want to clarify that not every introverted person is a covert narcissist, but there are people who are covert narcissists, and they generally tend to be introverted. So now that we've talked about the darker side of personality, let's talk more about empathy itself. So the first type of empathy would be cognitive empathy. And cognitive empathy is just as it sounds. Someone is able to see other people's perspectives. It's more of an objective way of thinking. But there's a darker side to cognitive empathy, and that is a lot of people who are psychopaths and narcissists and cult leaders, they have a pretty good grasp on cognitive empathy. There's this misconception that if you are a narcissist or a psychopath, you lack empathy altogether, and that's not necessarily true. You may lack a certain type of empathy, but cognitive empathy just means you can understand other people, and to control people, you have to understand their emotions. And just because you understand it doesn't mean you're going to do anything to console them or help them. Maybe you'll even use it against them. And not saying cognitive empathy is a bad thing, but that's just one form of it. Another type of empathy is emotional empathy. That is someone who's able to literally feel other people's emotions as if they were their own. And this can be a good thing, and it can be a bad thing, because these sort of people get overwhelmed when they get around negative people, say people that may fall into the class of energy vampires or narcissists or psychopaths, and they can feel that negativity. The last, that would probably be the most balanced of the three, is compassionate empathy, and that is someone who not only feels others' emotions but acts on trying to help them. So this type of person may feel other people's pain and do what they can to try to console them. They say this is the most preferred empathy, especially if you're going to be someone who's like a counselor or a social worker. So those are the three types of empathy that I wanted to address as well, and I hope that this video wasn't too vague on the descriptions of each. I hope you have a wonderful week, take care, and Yahweh bless you.